Welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain optical fibers, which comes under module number 3 of engineering physics prescribed by VTU. Now let us go to the contents of this video. So here discussing about optical fibers, principle of optical fibers. So principle on which the optical fiber works, that is total internal reflection, and expression for numerical aperture of an optical fiber, and also condition for propagation. Now what is optical fiber? So optical fibers are transparent dielectrics. The schematic diagram of optical fiber is shown here. So it consists of three parts. One is core, another one is cladding, and the polyurethane jacket enclosing the fiber. So here core is a central part and cladding is encasing it. So it is in the form of a cylindrical shape. So core is a material made out with refractive index N1, and cladding is a material made out with refractive index N2. So it is observed that N1 is greater than N2. So refractive index of core is greater than that of cladding. And here optical fiber works on the principle of total internal reflection. So whenever a light traveling from denser to rarer medium, it is observed that the refracted beam is bends away from the normal. So for a particular angle of incidence, the refracted light just grazes the boundary which separates the two media, and for a particular angle of incidence theta c greater than, that is for a particular angle of incidence theta that is greater than critical angle theta c, the light reflects back into the same system. So the same principle is used for designing this fiber. Now the total internal reflection. So here is a picture. The light is traveling from denser to rarer medium. So here the first medium is having refractive index N1 and second medium is having refractive index N2. So N1 is greater than N2 here. Now consider a ray of light AO falls on the boundary which separates two media, that is XO X dash. So at point O. So the angle of incidence is theta 1 here and the angle of refraction is theta 2. So the refracted ray is traveling along OA dash. So it is observed that theta 2 is greater than theta 1. And for a particular angle of incidence, say theta c, that is BO, the refracted light is traveling along OB dash. So the angle of refraction, that is theta 2, is found to be 90 degrees here. And the third case, the angle of incidence is CO. So it is greater than the critical angle. For this angle of incidence, the light is traveling along OC dash, that is it is reflect back into the denser medium as shown in the diagram. So it is traveling along OC dash. So here the total internal reflection of light is going to happen. The same principle is used for designing optical fiber. As according to Snell's law for the beam number 1, that is shown in this slide, that is AO and OA dash, angle of incidence is theta 1, angle of refraction is theta 2. So for this, as according to Snell's law, N1 sin theta 1 is equal to N2 sin theta 2. And for total internal reflection, for the case number 2, for which the value of theta 1 is theta c and theta 2 becomes 90 degrees, by that time the equation takes the form N1 sin theta c is equal to N2, because sin 90 degree is observed to be 1. Therefore the critical angle theta c is written as sin inverse N2 by N1. So like this we can able to calculate the value of theta c by Snell's law. And here is an expression for numerical aperture and condition for propagation. So in this picture you can look at an optical fiber. So core is in the central part, that is shaded region, and cladding is encasing it, Now a beam of light is traveling from outside of refractive index n0. So OA is the angle of incidence, that is OA is the light entering the optical fiber at fiber axis, and theta naught is the angle of incidence, and theta 1 is the angle of refraction. And further, the ray AO, that is entering into the optical fiber, it is traveling along AB and falling at B at an angle say theta 2. And for this angle of incidence at B, it will just grazes the boundary which separates the two media, that is it will traveling along BB dash. So here N1 is the refractive index of core and N2 is the refractive index of cladding, and N1 is greater than N2. So for the angle of incidence OA at theta naught, the light is traveling along AB in core and along BB dash, that is the boundary which separates two media. So this is what about the information about this diagram. By applying Snell's law for the beam, so we can write N1 sin theta I is equal to NR sin theta R. That is for the incident beam from outside, N0 sin theta naught is equal to N1 sin theta 1. Consider this as equation number 1. Similarly, for applying Snell's law for the refraction at B, we can write N1 sin theta 2 is equal to N2 sin 90 degrees. So sin 90 is 1, therefore that will become N2. Therefore, the value of theta 2 becomes 90 minus theta 1. Therefore, N1 cos theta 1 will be equal to N2. Consider this as equation number 2. And we can write sin theta naught is equal to N1 sin theta 1 by N0. Further, N1 into square root of 1 minus cos square theta 1 divided by N0. So finally, the value of sin theta naught is equal to square root of N1 square minus N2 square by N0, where N0 is the refractive index of the surrounding media. So this is the way of calculating the value of sin theta naught. And further, theta naught is considered as acceptance angle and sin theta naught is considered as numerical aperture of the given optical fiber. Therefore, numerical aperture is equal to sin theta naught, that is equal to square root of N1 square minus N2 square by N0. Therefore theta naught can be written as sin inverse of square root of N1 square minus N2 square by N0. This is what is called acceptance angle. The problem number 1, the numerical aperture of an optical fiber is 0.2 when surrounded by air. Determine the refractive index of its core given the refractive index of cladding is 1.59. Also find the acceptance angle when the fiber is in water of refractive index 1.33. So here the value of N, that is numerical aperture of surrounding media, is given as 0.2, and the refractive index of cladding is given as 1.59, and N0, the refractive index of water, if it is given as 1.33, so what is the value of N1 and theta naught? So we know that the numerical aperture is equal to square root of N1 square minus N2 square by N0, where air is the surrounding media. If we substitute all the parameters here, and the value of N1 will be written as square root of N0 Na square, Na whole square plus N2 square, that is equal to square root of 0.2 whole square plus 1.59 whole square. So on simplification, the value of N1 is equal to 1.603. Further, theta naught is written as sin inverse square root of N1 square minus N2 square by N0, that is equal to sin inverse square root of 1.602 whole square minus 1.59 whole square divided by 1.33. So if we keep the fiber in water, so refractive index of water is taken as 1.33, and on simplification, the value of theta naught is observed to be 8.65 degrees. So this is what the solution for this given problem. And second problem, calculate the numerical aperture and V number and number of modes in an optical fiber of core diameter 50 micrometer and core and cladding refractive indices 1.41 and 1.4 at wavelength 820 nanometer. So given N1 is 1.41, N2 is 1.4, wavelength of incident light is 820 nanometer and diameter of the core is 50 micrometer, and N naught is given as 1 for air. So what is numerical aperture and V number and number of modes of propagation. So we know that numerical aperture is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. Substitute the value of n1 and n2 here. It is nothing but square root of 1.41 whole square minus 1.4 whole square divided by 1. So on simplification, the value of numerical aperture is 0.168 and the value of V is nothing but pi d by lambda into numerical aperture. So pi and d value is given as 50 micrometer and lambda is 820 nanometer. So substituting all those values here, so we can be able to calculate the value of V as 32.18, and further the number of modes is equal to V square by 2. So V is calculated as 32.18, so 32.18 whole square by 2 is equal to 517.5, so which is approximately equal to 518. So number of modes supported by the optical fiber is observed to be 518. So this is what the solution for the given problem. Thank you.